This has been an eventful week for skate announcements. It started with one of the worst decisions I've seen EA make yet about this game, which led to a ton of community outrage. But then just a few days later, they released one of the saddest updates they've given since this game was dropped. I've gone from mad to confused to just kind of sad about the whole situation. But just in case you guys don't know what I'm talking about, today we're going to be talking about the current state of skate, but more importantly, how they can come back from this bad news and still deliver the game that we've all been hoping for. But before we get into that, guys, a quick word from today's sponsor. But guys, before we get into that, I want to give a big thank you to the sponsor of today's video, Chime. 2026 is the perfect time for a financial reset, and Chime is one of the most loved money apps out there. They have millions of members and over 1 million 5-star reviews, all built around helping your money work harder for you. Chime's high-yield savings account earns up to 3% APY, which is 7 times higher than the national average. And on top of that, Chime keeps things simple with no monthly fees, no overdraft fees, and no minimum balance fees. If your bank is still charging overdraft fees in 2026, it's probably time to switch to a different one. Now, I personally have my own Chime high-yield savings account, so I've seen firsthand the power of this account. For example, $7,000 in a regular savings account will earn you about $27 per year. But with Chime's high-yield savings account, that same $7,000 can earn you around $210 per year. Just set it up once and your money grows automatically. And I prefer Chime for how simple and modern it is. Traditional banks are kind of like cable. They worked for a different time. Chime is more like streaming. It's built for how people live now. You can even get your paycheck up to 2 days early with direct deposit. So if you're thinking about a financial reset in 2026, trust me, now is the time. So sign up through my link in the description or scan this QR code and you can earn up to $350 when you set up a qualifying direct deposit. And that's real cash, not points. So once again, big thank you to Chime for sponsoring this video, and let's get back into it. Now listen guys, I love skate. I love this franchise. It's been there for me over the years, and even when things have looked grim, the community is still making the most of it. I've been seeing awesome realistic parts that people are putting together. New glitches keep popping up and people are finding fun ways to use them. I've even seen a community making awesome first-person videos using the new replay editor, showing off their creativity. You guys still give me hope for this game. I might be the last person who still has hope for this game, but I genuinely think that this is the best that any skate game has ever felt. It has so much potential. But today, guys, I think it's finally time for some tough love. The recent decisions from EA have just been so bad. Oh, so some of you may remember I recently made a video called like this skate map could save the game, and basically in that video I went back and explored the tutorial island. It's like this awesome island that you spawn into when you first download the game, and it's full of cool spots and mega ramps and rails, and it's just a really cool place. But unfortunately, as many of you know, after you leave the tutorial you actually can't get back to that island. So I made that video saying it would be pretty awesome if we could go back, and what do you know, in season 3 they're actually bringing back the Isle of Grom. They've even made it a little bit bigger. It looks like maybe 20 to 25% bigger. They said they added some new spots inspired by the Skate 2 and Skate 3 spillways. So this sounds like good news, right? Like, how could this possibly be causing community outrage? Well, of course, there is a silver lining. If you want to go and skate that island for the first month, you have to buy the premium skate pass. Oh my... I like literally can't even believe it when I'm saying that out loud, dude. And I think the thing that really bothers me about it is there's a clip resurfacing of them saying that they would like never release any maps behind a paywall.
That's why when we decided to explore this model, we made some hard ground rules to follow. The first one is that skate is not pay to win. There are no areas of gameplay or the map that you have to pay to unlock. There won't be any loot box.
And it's not even that they said they didn't want to. They literally called it a ground rule. The definition of a ground rule is something that you don't break. It's like the absolute basic rule. But unfortunately, it looks like they have gone back on that decision and are making it so you do have to pay if you want to skate this island, but just for the first month. After the first month, there's like a 2 to 3 week period where everybody can go and skate the map for free, which is good. But then after that free period, if you want to go back to the island, you either have to buy the premium skate pass or you can buy a 24-hour pass using rip chips. Now, to be fair, rip chips can be entirely earned without spending any money. You just have to grind through the challenges like here in San Van. But they're basically making it so that you have to grind through the challenges in the city so that you can buy a 24-hour ticket to go and skate the potentially way more fun map. They're like, make sure you do your chores so that you can actually go and skate the fun island that everyone's been asking for. And I mean, I get it. It's a free-to-play game, guys. I need to make money, but still, they set a ground rule that they wouldn't lock anything behind a paywall, and they've immediately gone back. And honestly, I think that's a little shameful. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna say it. And the thing that really just blows my mind is, like, they had a free win here. Everyone would have been happy about having access to the new island. It would have brought players back. Everyone would have been like, oh, Full Circle's listening, let's go. This was literally as free of a win as you can get for the team, but unfortunately, they somehow ruined it. Now the entire conversation is about the paywall. Like, no one's even talking about how cool the island looks or how great the spots are gonna be or how fun it could be. Like, that's what the conversation should have been about, but instead, it's about the paywall. But I don't know, guys, maybe I'm overreacting. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Luckily, this isn't the only thing that they announced. There are a couple of cool things coming in Season 3 and beyond that I'm excited about. They actually released this full roadmap with things coming in Season 3, things coming after Season 3, and then features that are still in discussion. And Season 3 actually has a pretty lengthy list of things being added. Obviously, the Isle of Grom is going to be the big thing, but it looks like they're adding dark slides and dark catches, updated bonuses, a new game mode called Speed Lines. They're adding tattoos, cosmetic loadouts, brands, new brands, and more replay editor effects, seasonal events, and more. So I'd say objectively, a lot of the things that they're adding in Season 3 are positives. They're good things, but I don't quite think that they're enough to really change the direction of this game. But I have some ideas on that, luckily. I'm going to give Skate some unsolicited advice here. I'm going to actually give my opinion on how this can all be turned around and how Skate can still be turned around and turned into the game that people are asking for. So EA, or Full Circle, if you're listening, as someone who has absolutely no experience in game development or game design, I'd like to lay out what I think this game needs to bring back some player engagement. So in my opinion, the single biggest problem with this game is that it just doesn't feel rewarding to play. Right now, you grind through the in-game challenges, some of which are just repetitive or boring or too easy, just to earn cosmetics that you don't really want. Like, so many of these cosmetics are just a giant miss. Like, come on, dude. What are we doing with these bands? Like, who asked for these? And that's a problem, because if you don't like the cosmetics, then, like, why do the challenges? Like, you can see there are so many challenges that I still haven't done. I have almost 200 hours in this game, by the way. And I just don't play the challenges. They're just not rewarding enough for me. I don't feel any reason to, even the stuff in the season pass. So if you don't want to do the challenges for the cosmetics, I mean, of course you can just skate around, which is nice sometimes. But let's be honest, it's just not enough. It's not enough for this game to just be like a giant sandbox where people can skate around. If Skate wants to stick around and keep players engaged, I really only think there's 3 things they need to add and completely focus on. Number 1, let people make custom parks. This is literally an infinite content glitch. Let people build their own custom parks, because this gives players more places to skate. People love creating stuff. People would love creating custom parks, and people would love playing on other people's custom parks. Map builders in this game would go absolutely crazy if you just gave them the tools to actually do it. I mean, think about it. People would build their own realistic parks. People would build obstacle courses. People would build racetracks, like literally anything and everything. And also, if people could put like their own game modes into their custom parks, like that would be insane. Like, people could build mega parks for spot battles, or like ledges for games of skate, or they could make maps for death races. Like, this is literally an infinite content glitch. The player base would make the content. I think it's called user-generated content or something. And in the long run, it would save the devs so much time from having to build their own maps if everyone was making the maps. I think this game desperately needs custom parks, and a cherry on top would be if you could add your own game modes to your own custom parks. Oh my gosh. But speaking of game modes, the second thing I think this game needs is competitive game modes. Right now, almost all of the game modes are cooperative, but we need competitive game modes. People want to compete. Now, the first one is obvious. We need games of skate. I don't think that the dev team needs to hear this. They know that. It's actually in the roadmap. But I guarantee that player retention will instantly rise once competitive game modes are added, especially games of skate. It just gives friends a reason to like hop on this game together and battle against each other. And like, not to sugarcoat it, like to see who's better. Like, friends like to compete with each other. Even if it's friendly or fun or silly, people love competing. And that's what made games of skate and spot battles and death races so appealing in the old games. Skate desperately needs to add structured competitive game modes into this game, but to really get people addicted, I think Skate needs to implement a leaderboard system. Imagine if you could see who got the highest score in a spot battle this week, or who got the quickest time in a death race this week, not only like amongst your friends, but like the global leaderboard. There could be like a global leaderboard, a leaderboard for just your friends, but if I saw that my friend had like a really good time in a death race, I would log in and try to beat him. Like, that would give me a reason to get competitive and come and play. I mean, maybe it's just me, but I feel like a leaderboard would like incentivize people to grind and practice and try to get better at the game so they can get a spot on the leaderboard, because that's satisfying. That's rewarding. That's what I was saying earlier. Finally beating your friend's death race time and seeing your name go above them on a leaderboard, that would be rewarding. And like, if you really wanted to get into a leaderboard system, you could even start thinking about like rankings. Like, maybe at the end of every week, the top 25% rank up, the bottom 25% get demoted. Like, look, there's so many things that you could do with a leaderboard system, but I really think that if Skate added that along with competitive game modes, it would just instantly increase like player engagement and player retention rates. But all right, the third and final thing that I think Skate needs to add if they want to continue growing this game rather than not grow. What's the opposite of growing? Shrinking, I guess? If they want to go back to growing instead of shrinking. Now, to be fair, this is by far the hardest of the three. This is almost impossible. If Skate wants to turn this around, I think the game needs character. Now, obviously, this is the hardest thing because it's intangible. What is character? But anyone who's played this game or watched videos on this game knows what I'm talking about. It doesn't have the right character. I mean, it's everything from the art style to the voiceovers to the cosmetics to even just like the menu screen. I don't know. There's just something about it all that feels maybe like corporate or, I don't know, overly sanitized. I can't put it into words. I think most of you who have played a lot of Skate games in the past know what I'm talking about. With this one, I don't know. It just doesn't feel like Skate. The only thing that feels like Skate, genuinely, is the skating. But that's honestly the most important thing. So I'm going to switch gears a little bit here, and I'm going to glaze the game for a second. The skating in this game is phenomenal. As someone who's played thousands and thousands of hours of the Skate franchise, I mean, I can honestly say this is the best feeling Skate they've made yet. And kind of like with the last thing, I feel like anyone who's played this game would agree with that. I mean, it feels the best, it flows the best, it looks the best, animations wise, that is. And honestly, Full Circle absolutely killed it with that aspect. Like, this is the best feeling Skate game that they've ever made, which is why everything else in this video is almost extra depressing, because it has so much potential. Like, the game has such good bones. You have so much control over your board and your skater. It's honestly just everything else that hasn't come together yet. And unfortunately, guys, it's unclear if it ever will, because earlier today, Skate put out this press release. Skate's next chapter, an update from Full Circle. You already know that this isn't good. Now, this is a pretty short note, so I'm going to read it in its entirety. To our Skate community, since launching early access in September, tens of millions of you have stepped into San Amsterdam. Your passion, creativity, and feedback have reinforced our belief in what Skate can become. As Skate continues to evolve, we're transforming as a studio. We're reshaping Full Circle to better support Skate's long-term future and focus the team on the things that matter most to you and making those things great. Look, guys, no company in the history of the world has said something like that and then followed it up with good news. So these shifts mean making changes to our team structure, and some roles will be impacted. The teammates affected are talented colleagues and friends who helped build the foundation of Skate. Their creativity and dedication are deeply ingrained in what players experience today. This decision is not a reflection of their impact, and we're committed to supporting them through this transition. Our work on Skate continues. We look forward to working with you as we move faster, listen more closely, and deliver consistently for all of you. Our commitment to Skate and to the millions of players who believe in it remains strong. To our departing teammates, thank you. Skate exists because of your hard work and dedication to the craft. To our community, thank you for your passion and trust. Full Circle. Yeah, so it sounds like people are getting laid off, basically. They're making the team smaller. I wouldn't say they're firing people. It's probably just layoffs. Now, look, guys, I'm not going to speculate on why they're doing this. I mean, it very well could be for financial reasons, or it could be for managerial reasons. They did mention that they want to move quicker in their press release, but like I said, I'm not going to speculate on it too much. I mean, it's just genuinely sad. People are going to lose their jobs. And ironically, like, they say they want to make quicker decisions with a smaller team, but like, the fact that they're laying off all these people is probably going to take time. They're probably going to have to restructure. People are going to have different and more responsibilities, and all of that takes more time. So I guess the real question is, how much patience does the community have? How much more time will we give them? How much more time will EA give them to actually deliver? I don't know. It seems like things are on shaky ground right now for the Skate game, guys, which I hate to say, I hate to see, but I don't know. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Can the ship be turned around? Personally, I'm still holding out hope. Maybe I'm delusional, but I truly do believe in the people at Full Circle. I've met a lot of them over the years, either online or in person, and I've genuinely met great people that I know want to put their hearts and souls into this game and want to build an amazing game. And, you know, you don't always see that side of the development team, and you may not always believe the things that they say, but if you can believe something that I'm saying right now, there are genuinely people who have put years of their life into this game, trying to make it the game that we've all been asking for. And I know for a fact that there are so many people on the team that want this game to succeed. I mean, the community wants this game to succeed. And of course, I want this game to succeed. But all right, guys, that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. A bit of a heavier video. But we'll be back to some more challenges soon, having fun, because like I said, this game still has so much potential. But as always, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I'm very curious to hear your guys' opinion on the whole situation. But that's gonna do it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a thumbs up. And as always, stay Zexy. See you guys.